Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Biblio Fitness. Just finished working out. Uh, just did a nice little pool session. It was really good. So today I've been listening to a podcast recently about the history of Rome from I forgot the name of the guy, to be quite honest with you, but it's really good. And honestly, Rome is my favorite state to learn about, to be honest with you. Like, not because I revere them in a way of like that's the method of government that we should follow, because obviously not, because that's what's going on right now in modern United States. You can argue uh with a very substantial claim, with substantial evidence that, yeah, we're basically following the Roman method of government, and we're paying the price just as the Romans did, but we're not as savage, I guess. But yeah, it's my favorite because it beats Game of Thrones. Like, it's so much shit goes on. You have the Punic Wars, you have the civil wars between Sulla and Marius, even though Marius died quite early in that struggle. But and then you have Julius Caesar and Augustus, and you have just so like the year of the four emperors, the year of the five emperors, and then you have Diocletian, and you have Constantine, and like then you go to the Byzantines that survived for like another 1,000 years after Rome basically falls. Well, it does fall, so there's no argument there. But because this conversation has also been coming up, and I kind of just wanted to give my take on it, because a lot of people are starting to compare what's going on now to the late Roman Republic. We're stuck in a binary system, and it's now we've reached gridlock. Like, I feel like this is a natural conclusion following this structure. Like, we've like allowing a two-party system naturally is going to lead to this sort of conclusion, considering how we humans are and how greedy fucks we could be. There's no other way around this constant obstructionism, and I've been listening to that podcast, and that whole thing has been popping up in my head while I've been listening to it. And that's what I was thinking. I'm like, yo, was Rome always doomed to fail in the way that they did? Like, obviously it's a different precedent. I don't think the obstructionism per se, like, I think it had a huge integral role to do with it. But I feel like the one that really impacted it and really turned it into the Imperium, not just the princeps and all this bullshit, was legit. It was basically a legitimacy crisis. There was no way to like legitimize what the princeps is. Augustus was able to do that because he just lived so goddamn long, and he basically killed everybody, and he survived. And conquerors write the histories, right? So I'm not saying he's obviously I respect him, and I believe he's probably one of, I think him and Alexander can go as the most influential individuals in Western history, Western civilization, is it? But I feel like it was legitimacy, because it was basically a military dictatorship. And that's basically what it was. The secretive empire was out, as Tacitus says, and I can't wait to read him. Him and Suetonius are on my reading. I jumped to the next books I'm gonna read for sure. But yeah, it was a constant battle. Like, it was generals. It was like, who, can hold out. Look at Vespasian. It became a constant, legitimacy crisis, and I feel like that's what we're facing now. I just don't know how it's going to lead to that sort of shit. It's obviously going to lead to a different conclusion. We're not going to fall under a military dictatorship and then an imperium and stuff like that. And the threat of civil war might happen. It just seems like both, like, people just become more and more radical and more tribal by the day. That letter D and that letter R can be quite powerful to people. But it's a scary thought. I don't have an answer how this could be solved, because a lot of power is in the incorrect hands for the betterment of mankind. One can argue. Yeah, it's going to take a big overhaul. I don't have the answer. I just wanted to think about it. I know it goes into, like, I guess you could call pessimism. But I feel like it's important to be aware of what the situation is. I'm not a fucking political expert or anything, so I'm not gonna dive into anything like that. I'm not qualified enough. Like, I'm aware of stuff, but I'm not qualified enough to, give my take on that shit just yet. But yeah, Rome and the United States face similar problems. And the binary system definitely fucks it up. It's like with the optimities and the popularity in the late Roman Republic. But even then, they had different values than what we have. But it is what it is. Food for thought after a great workout. Hope you hit the gym. Hope you have a great day. Hope you have a great workout. Hope you get more gains on this session. And if you're resting, then have a good rest day. So, hope you all have a great day. It was a quick talk, man. I really do love Rome. It's a fascinating fucking state. And they have the best names. Like, if I ever have children, or like if I have sons, they'll be given Latin names. Well, not Latin names, Roman names. Like Flavius and Scipio and, bro, they have some pretty cool fucking names. So, hope you all have a great day, and peace.